Welcome to the channel, all about Lamar Zanatti. I'm your host, Santana. I post videos every 2 weeks. If you find value in any of my content, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to become a fan of Santana, subscribe to the channel. Young Santana, man. Over 300 days ago, I woke up and I had to go to work, and I was edging, and then I fell off the edge. I edged without pornography, and then I edged with pornography, and then I fell off the edge. So this is my 300 days. 300 days later, this is the day. This is the video. It's gonna be jam-packed with a lot of information, man. I want you guys to sit back, relax, chill with me, man. I gotta drop this video the right way. It's gonna be a lot of information. You might want to take notes. You might want to watch it over and over again. Utilize something I call constant space repetition. So you watch the video, and then a week later from that specific date, you watch it again, and then a week later watch it again, and then a week later watch it again, and eventually, slowly but surely, you start to absorb more and more of the information. And it's not that when you see it again, then you spot something or you hear something that I didn't say before. You're actually noticing something within yourself that wasn't there before. So I suggest you utilize conscious space repetition. And I didn't make up any of this information as far as conscious space repetition. It's actually very known, and only the top tier level of people that's willing to absorb information is doing this shit. So yeah, man, stay tuned, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for checking in on me. This is Lamar Zanatti, all about Lamar Zanatti, man. I am Santana, man. Big Santana, man. Young Santana, man. I call y'all fans of Santana because y'all cool as fuck. So thanks for subscribing, man. Yeah, fans of Santana, man. Young Santana, man. Y'all my fans. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video, man. I can't give you guys enough thanks. I would have never thought I'd be able to attract an audience, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I want to give a special shout out to not a majority, but a nice bunch of you guys, right? Jay Devontae, you know what's good, bro. Thanks, man. Day one, bro. Day one, bro. For real, for real. 9 out of soul. Yeah, no. He low key out there doing this shit though, for real though. Like, he dropping that content, man. Thank you, man. Shout out. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, bro. And this guy, he's 19, bro. He's young, bro, and he really out there motivating, inspiring people, bro. And I'm right behind you, bro. Guys like him inspire me to pick up the camera. So yeah, 9 out of soul. AJ, shout out. FVCK, shout out. Leon Machine, Cosmo, Sigma LaFleur, Proof 77. Wait, Proof 777. Big Moody Star, man. Big Moody Star, man. He been doing this shit for a long time, man. The Savior's Yoke. Big shout out, man. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for checking in, man. J-A-V-A. Wait, J-A-V-E. Javi, man. Shout out, man. Scott Allen, man. Big salute, man. Chris. Big Chris, man. Salazar, bro. Was good, bro. Shout out Jason, man. Yeah, and big shout out to somebody that's actually just really like following me, bro. Like, I really appreciate this one guy, man. D Julius the Great, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. Another one is M44, bro. M44. He sent it was a comment he sent. He said he wanted me to explain something like the effects of what happens after you have sex with somebody, how you take on the karma of that particular female, right? I'm gonna definitely give a shout out to that channel or that subscriber. Appreciate it though, man. I will follow up on you on that too. And of course, man, another day one, man. AMA Polo TV, South Africa, bro. What part of South Africa? I'm gonna assume Cape Town or probably Johannesburg. But anyway, all of that, man, I just want to say thank you. That was the intro, man. Young Santana, man. I'm in this bitch, bro. 300 days, man. Shout out to my 200-day video, my 200 follow-up day video, my 100-day video, my 100 follow-up day video. You see the progress happening. You see the consistency. You see the fucking flow, man. I'm out here, man. It's Young Santana, man. Point number one, man, I want to point out to you guys. As a retained man, I'm constantly under attack, man. That's what I've learned so far. 300 plus days, man. As a retained man, I am always under attack. Everywhere I go, all the time. And I really don't have time to attack back, because I'm discovering a part of myself that I would have never discovered if I didn't take such a route, such as going an extended period of time practicing semen retention, especially in the modern day. For the first time, I'm actually discovering a part of myself that like everything is so new. These so-called powers is so it consumes so much more of my life that I don't have energy to attack people. So I'm constantly under attack. So I barely have energy to defend myself, right? And I'm working 6 days a week, and for the past over a year, no vacation, right? Going on damn near 2 years with no vacation. I'm just constantly building and building and building to the point where I barely, like today is my day off, my one day off out of the week, and look at me, I'm fucking exhausted, right? But yeah, like I don't really have time barely have time to defend myself. But the good part is, as I'm retaining more and more for a longer period of time successfully, is that I'm able to transmute all forms of energy at all. Like everything that's being thrown at me, I'm actually utilizing that as fuel to continue to build, right? That's what my channel is all about, by the way. If you're not building, man, you're not fucking growing, bro. Like that's how I feel. So I'm constantly transmuting energy, and I don't understand, and a lot of people don't really understand what that even means or understand it at all. For an example, I work in a corporate environment, and I mean it is replete with negative energy. I mean, there's office politics, the whispering, the Snickers and shit, and the fucking backstabbing, the gaslighting, the shaming language, the guilt tripping, the plausible deniability, passive aggressive, and backhanded insults. And I mean, like, damn, like, and then the electromagnetic frequencies, right? Since I'm being favored by the cosmos, right? The supreme ones, right? The higher ups, if that makes sense, right? The cosmos, photonic energy, hell, the platforma, right? The platforma, like the place, that place, right? Since I'm being favored by that form of energy, people are actually exhausting themselves. Like they're actually coming to the conclusion themselves that, damn, I can no longer, and this is for you guys that's really out there suffering from the haters that hate, and it's hate. It's not even like the normal, like, it's the whole like, it's like that, it's hate, right? So this for you guys that really struggle with that part of the journey. Because we're retaining in the modern society of technology and iPhones and the metaverse, right? For all of that negative energy is being converted into something productive, right? And your ops eventually, like, and this is what I'm noticing in my particular life, but the ops are eventually coming to the conclusion, right? They're saying to themselves, right? Damn, I'm exhausting myself attempting to do negative, impose negativity towards him. He doesn't go away. He's just as ambitious the next day, right? He doesn't stop. Nothing phases him. I don't know what the fuck, like, dude, and it's crazy because as you evolve, on this journey. This is what I'm learning. As you evolve on this journey, your ops also evolve, right? So they're what I'm noticing in my life is my ops, they eventually realizing that negativity doesn't work. So now this next level where I'm heading to, I can literally see it now because it's so the vision is so clear. Like I have no brain fog at all, right? I can see that they're now attempting to use positive energy against you, and that's like mind blowing. That's like levels ahead of where I was 4 or 5 months ago. Just 2 months ago. And that, my friend, is called sabotage. I'm fighting a different battle here. I'm on a whole nother level of fighting the ops, right? Of attempting to make a space for my creativity, right? So yeah, I really want you guys to understand that part of the journey. The hate never goes away. The negativity, the attacks, it never ends. That leads me to my second point. Transmutation, like that's all I do. Right? I don't understand, like, that's what I'm about to say. Like, a lot of people out there don't really understand what transmutation actually means. It means converting one form of energy into another, right? And me being in the middle, I'm that converter. I'm that channel of energy that if you put something inside of it, then something else pops out of it, right? That's what I'm becoming. And everything that's being thrown at me is being utilized for productivity that's going to favor me financially. I'm a businessman, bro. I won't even lie to you. I want to be as wealthy as I possibly can for as long as I live. And I probably don't ever retire. I don't plan to ever retire. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the plan. But yeah, man, I really want you guys to get those 2 points. Transmutation, right? Putting all of your force into building something, building your bank account, building a YouTube channel, building a wardrobe, building a lifestyle, building a business, building a company, building your portfolio, right? Build every day. I'm on it, bro. Young Santana, Yankee. I can literally feel my mental capacity increasing, right? And what exactly do I mean by mental capacity? Hell, I can go into the Bible thing for you guys, man. I'm thinking about the Garden of Eden, right? See, everybody knows what Eve's punishment was, right? For biting off of the tree of knowledge, right? The tree of life, right? The tree of good and evil, right? Or was it that? I'm not really sure. But everyone knows what Eve's punishment was. But not a lot of people really understand what Adam's punishment was, right? And it was this. I'm trying to imagine how that conversation went, right? With God and Adam. It had to be something like this. You've bitten off the tree of life after I told you not to. I've punished these two motherfuckers. Now you about to get it too, goddamn. So so yeah. Now that you've bitten off the tree of life and knowledge, right? The tree of knowledge. You're now you know what I know. Now you have the capacity to know what I know. You don't know what I know because I'm God, right? But you now have the capacity to know what I know. And that's what, and this was huge. You gotta think about, like, he suddenly had the ability to think about thought. Right? And today we got computers and fucking skyscrapers and shit and cars. Now they building flying cars, right? And Neuralink. But this was huge back then. Today we take it for granted. We can think about thought. Like, so suddenly he had the capacity to absorb knowledge, right? At first, he was completely linked to the Matrix. He was completely one with reality, right? But since he let his lower nature, right, Eve, right, the root words of evil, right? I'm not saying females are evil. I love females, and I eat that goddamn box, something like. But yeah, though, like, so he let his lower nature, right, Eve. That's why they say he took it out the real. The real was taken out of Adam, right? It represents his lower nature. The whole thing, in my opinion, is an allegory. I'm just saying it can't be, it could be, it can't be. Prove it. Prove me wrong. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just taking it for an allegory, right? So, and you got to think about it: the serpent, right? The spermatode, the apples, the egg of the womb, and then, you know, he had sex. And that's another thing when it comes to, like, when you have sex with a female, you take on that female's karma. What was once coming for her is now coming for you instead. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. I look back on all of the times I've had sex with about 40. My body count probably about 40, which is low actually for my age. I'm 33. But yeah, man, you take on that karma of that female. Since he suddenly had sex, right? The Garden of Eden, right? The serpent, the apple, he ate off the tree of life. He suddenly took on the karma of Eve as, right? And that's the thing. He can think about thought. He suddenly had the capacity to think. Now that you know something, you cannot unknow it. It's like trying to put toothpaste back inside of a toothpaste tube. You can't. It's not. You can't do that. Like, so. That's what his punishment was. He can now think about time. He can now utilize logic. He can no longer ignore ignorance. He's no longer protected by his ignorance. In fact, I go even further to say he's only protected by knowledge, right? And it's not the knowledge that protects him, but it's like, think of when I say capacity, he suddenly had the capacity. It's like a cup, right? The context. Not the content, right? The content is knowledge, but the context, right? The bold type of figure is suddenly there, and he has to continuously. Now that he understands what time actually means, now he understands the concept of time. He can no longer ignore it, because that's like if you put it into another way, that's what we're facing today as men. We can't just sit down and sit on our ass, because eventually we got to pay rent. Hell, and if you got a mortgage, hell, eventually you got to pay mortgage. And if you sit down long enough, you got to pay property taxes, even if you own your house, right? Eventually you sit your ass down enough, your car gonna be missing outside. So eventually you're gonna be hungry. So time, we're always constantly racing against time. That was his curse. He said, yeah, you bit the tree of life and blah 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 blah. You had sex, and now fucking time. I'm gonna put time against your ass. Just gonna be your enemy for all of your days, and you cannot ignore it. And I say that to say, I'm actually feeling the mental capacity within myself increasing. Right, the cup has suddenly become a bowl, and hell, 4 or 5 months ago, none of this shit was happening in my life to where I can sit down anywhere in any part of the city and just start thinking of like just endless ideas, and it's flowing. Hell, I can go even further to say my life, I'm becoming more of a philosopher, because I'm asking very tough questions to myself, right? Even at my busiest parts of the week, busiest parts of my day, I'm asking questions such as what I want to bring up to my fourth point here, which is reality actually happening to me, or am I making reality happen? 300 days plus of semen retention, I'm now suddenly coming to these type of questions, these type of problems. Compare this to 300 days ago, I was having problems such as, damn, she's hot. I'm coming to the question, like, eventually when I walk outside, or if I'm interacting just in my daily life, I'm inclined to ask myself these two type of ways of thinking. One way is reality happening because of me, because I looked at it, or is it already, like, would reality be happening, would this be happening at this very moment today if I wasn't here? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, on the religious side, right, based on my understanding, by the way, it's like, it's more passive. Based on my understanding in religion, it's like everything is already written out, and we just here to play out what's already written, right? God's plan. Now, that's more of a passive route. So it's like, damn, life is actually happening to me. And I just happen to be here. Or I just happen to want to go to the gym. Or I just happen to want to go and eat at this restaurant at this time, right? And everything that happened at that moment is actually happening anyway. And I just happen to be there at the time. So, and then it's this other route, right? It's this more active point of view, right? Based on the scientific way of looking at things, right? And it's simply, this only happened because I was there. And it's like, I'm no longer, at this point in my journey, right? I'm no longer bound to either way of looking at things. I can now utilize both of them. In fact, I'm inclined to argue, right, that yes, this reality operates on both. In fact, if you think about two circles, right, and they're two bubbles, they're colliding, and then in the middle, right, where that space in the middle is actually this reality. So, and I can't pick either side, right? And why would I? When people like Nikola Tesla has lived. Why would I? When people like Leonardo da Vinci has lived. When Otto Weiner has lived. When Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, Howard Hughes, Andrew Carnegie, right? Mayor Amschel Rothschild. Why would I choose either or? In fact, I'm at the point now where I'm attracting so many oppositions, right? The ops, my competition, right? I'm attracting so many enemies. Not like with guns and shit, but I have so much competition now that I can no longer afford to pick a side. I gotta be active at times. I gotta be passive at times. I gotta maneuver. I gotta survive. I gotta build at an unprecedented level. And I'm on that path. I'm at the point where it's like, I have to use every tool I possibly can put my hands on. I'm constantly reading every book about my field of study, which is the financial markets, right? I must constantly be on the search for the next major idea. I must constantly jot down exactly what I'm thinking about when a good idea is happening inside, like when I'm thinking about a good idea. In the middle of the day, when I'm just waking up, going to get some coffee, when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm on the train coming back to the house, getting ready to start working on my online business, right? When I'm on my way, when I'm clocked in at my day job, I gotta constantly look for tools, look for ideas to evolve, right? At this point, I can no longer stay ignorant, right? And it's like I said, it's like now that you know something, you can't unknow it. Eventually, what I'm noticing is, as I'm retaining for longer and longer periods of time, successfully, by the way, and by choice, by the way, and publicly noting it, by the way, right? What I'm noticing is, as I retain, my ops suffer. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. They suffer, right? And eventually, I'm inclined to ask myself, at what part in their suffering will they begin to ask themselves, what am I doing in my life that's causing people like him to show up? Like at what stage in their suffering would they begin to ask themselves, what ideas am I holding on to that's causing me not to be receptive to consider people like him? Right? Well, at what point in their suffering will they begin to ask themselves, why are these people constantly showing up in my life? At what point of their suffering will they realize that we're all in this together? We need each other, right? But apparently, as a retained man, I'm starting to realize that people just want war. and the thing is like, if it's war they want in this life, we get what we ask for. We don't get what we want. We get who we are, right? R.P. Kevin Samuels, man. It seemed like they want war, right? And they're gonna get it. But guess what? It won't be from me. It won't be from the retained man. It won't be from anybody that's attempting to better themselves. Or, because I'm building so much so I really don't even see my ops. You know? I'm at the level now where I can see that I'm eventually going to have to create my own competition. I'm like, and that's planets. I'm planets from me. I'm light years. I'm out of there. Right? They will get the war that they asked for, but it won't be from the retained man. We come in peace. I come in peace. I'm like Gandhi. You know? But they will, because they will get their war, but people like me, I'm being favored. We're favored by the cosmos, right? We're favored by photonic energy, right? But they will, well, what it seemed like is they'll have to have that war against the cosmos. Because people like me, man, as a builder, we here to grow. We here to extend the mind, right? We here to expand the horizon of all of humanity. My work will stand, you know. Not if not online, it's gonna be somewhere in the metaverse, right? It's gonna be somewhere in the financial markets, right? It's gonna be somewhere in philanthropy, somewhere, right? My work will stand. And it's like, yeah, like, I come in peace. If you think about it, man, every man should eventually retain for at least a year of their life, you know, and we can live probably well into our 90s. So 1 year of 90 years, it's like nothing. So 1 year should be minimum if you ask me. I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life, and I'm 33. You know, so you guys are tuning in, man. So yeah, I'm here to encourage you guys. Retain, man. Stay on that path. You can see all of my videos. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do this shit. Let's win. Let's go. We don't got no time for no bullshit, bro. Fuck that shit. You know, so yeah, man. In fact, the other realms, it's the other place. People are standing around waiting for more men to retain. They have no other job but to wait for guys like us to be receptive to what they have to tell us. And they have an amazing story to tell us. Right? They have an amazing story to tell. A tremendous story to tell. So yeah, man. That's what I've learned so far, man. Shout out to all my fans of Santana, man. Like the video. This is the end. I just wanted to give you guys some type of insight on what's happening in my life as far as retaining and what I'm attracting, and how, you know, just to help ease you guys' journey as well, man. That's out there on day 2, right? On day 11, right? Yeah, man. So it gets very sophisticated at this level, and if you don't grow with it, it will consume you. I'm telling you right now. Right? So yeah, I'm here to encourage you guys, man. With that being said, I think that's about it for right now. I will drop a 300-day follow-up video to let you guys know I am still on that fucking bloody path, man. I am on that path. I'm in the fight, and I'm going. And I'm going through all of the battles. I'm going through all of the urges. I'm going through all of the social media pop-ups. I'm going through all of the fucking the females that's actually approaching me, man. I'm going through all of the beautiful ass females that's actually attracted to me, man. I'm saying no. I had a bitch approach me the other day. Bitch, she was so fucking beautiful. I told her no. And I went home and I had to cry. Literally. Bro, this shit is hard, man. I'm on that path. But I'm gonna let you guys know first. Like, I just can't, cause like even right now I'm so exhausted from working, from building my life, right? But as you can see, man, I ain't stopping. I have no intentions to, especially at this moment in my life, right? But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm gonna end it on a positive note. In this life, you are all you have, but you're more than enough. If you haven't heard it anywhere else, you heard it from me first. Lamonza 9.